Hi, I'm Helen and welcome to class. Today's practice will be a class for digestion. I don't know about you, but I ate a little bit too much over Christmas. I had a Christmas pudding that my parents bought here last Christmas when they visited, and I've kept it for a year, and I had it and it was delicious. So I was feeling a little bit stuffed, a little bit lethargic. So today's practice will work all on getting our digestive juices flowing. We will start lying on the back. So get there any way you can and come into supta baddha konasana. If you have blocks, you can put them underneath each side of the thigh. You can also put your fists there just to give the groin a little bit of support. Shoulders snuggle down the back, palms are facing up to the sky, and allow the thumbnails to touch the earth. So this brings a little bit of rotation into the upper back, into the shoulders. Close the eyes, turn the arrows of attention inwards. Maybe you'd like to take a deep inhale and an exhale through the mouth, letting go of any Christmas tension. It's all over now. It can be so hectic in the build-up that we sometimes lose sight of what it's really about. All the pressure that we see in the media, hearing what everyone else's plans are, it can become a little bit too much. That's why we are so lucky to have a yoga practice where we can carve out some time for ourselves, a little bit of sanctuary on the mat, and just be able to breathe. Centering here, maybe noticing the parts of the body that are in contact with the earth. Feeling that support, that groundedness. Feels so good to just relax for a bit and not have to tick anything off of a to-do list. Take one more deep breath. And slowly placing the hands on the outside of the thighs, bring them together. Knees come up into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, maybe rocking gently side to side on the sacrum. This is Uppanasana pose. It's really good for the belly. If we hug the knees tightly, we're putting a lot of compression on our internal organs, squeezing them out, juicing them up. Keep the right knee into the chest and extend the left leg long on the mat, clasping it around this right shin. On an inhale, bring the nose up to the knee if you can touch. So this is wind relieving pose. And exhale down. Inhale coming up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Place the right arm flat to the floor and bring this left knee across for a twist. Maybe looking over the right shoulder. Deep breaths. Not trying to get into the deepest twist. We are just warming up still. Inhale back. Bring the left knee in to meet the right and give yourself a little squeeze. And then keeping the left knee into the chest, extend the right leg long on the mat. Holding around the shin, pressing this knee or this thigh close to the body. And on an inhale, head and chest comes up, maybe knee to nose. Exhale down. Inhale, lift again. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Coming into the twist on that side. Bringing this left knee across to the right side of the body. Trying to keep both shoulders flat on the earth. Maybe the arms extended long or in goal pose, depending on how much room you have. Maybe looking out over that shoulder. Inhale back to center. Both knees again come into the chest. One more little squeeze. Then start to rock and roll up, using the strength of the core. A couple of times. And over into hands and knees. Just got to readjust my hair. And come into tabletop. I'm just going to pad my knees up. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. I'm having a bit of a hair malfunction. Knees underneath the hips. Really push the earth away with the hands. On an inhale, belly dips. Head lifts, chest comes through the gates of the arms for cow. And as you exhale, rounding from the lower back, protracting the shoulder blades. Head comes down for cat. A few more of these. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Feeling the articulation of the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And back to neutral. Keeping the hands where they are. Extend the right leg straight behind. Lift it up level with the hip. And as you exhale, swing it round to the left side of the mat, looking over that left shoulder at your foot for a side bend. And inhale back. Left leg extends, lift level with the hip, swing it over to the other side, looking over that right shoulder. Inhale back to center and release. Rounding down into the right hand underneath the right shoulder. Extend the left arm in front and the right leg back for spinal balance. So imagine that you're lengthening rather than lifting, engaging the core, breathing here, both limbs active. And then release, side B. Left leg extends, right arm extends. Coming directly out from the shoulder and from the hip. Front body engaged. And release. First side again. Inhale, lengthen. And we'll bring the knee to the elbow. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release down. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to tabletop. This time, keeping the right knee bent, lift the foot up to the sky, ground into this right hand, left arm comes in front and reach back for tiger pose. If you can't reach the foot, visualize that you have it. If you have hold of it, use the strength of the thigh to help open up that shoulder. And release. Second side. Left foot to the sky. Right arm reaches around and grabs. Maybe using the strength of that left leg to help open the right shoulder. Deep, even breathing. Then release. Hand comes down, come back to a closed leg child. Just allowing the breath to reconnect. And slowly coming back up to tabletop. Moving into a plank pose, which is a great way to juice up the core. From tabletop, just stepping one leg back and then the other, and we'll hold here for 5 breaths. So again, pushing away the earth with the hands, protracting the shoulder blades, keeping the whole of the front body engaged. Legs are engaged. Shoulders over the wrists. Neck is neutral. And dropping one knee at a time, we'll do some plank walks. So right knee comes down, then left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knees come down, come back off the wrists and roll them out. We'll now do the beast pose, which is stolen from Animal Flow, and we'll do some beast kick throughs. So make sure you have nothing either side of your mat that's going to get in the way, and I'll demonstrate. So you actually start in a 4-point kneeling, tucking the toes and hovering the knees. So this is beast. From here we'll rotate onto one foot, pull this leg through and this elbow back, coming back to beast and over on the other side. Okay, 5 on each side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is really great for all over body strength. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to center, off the knees, and roll out the wrists. From here, come back in to downward facing dog, or the first downward facing dog of the practice. Heels descending towards the earth, hands around shoulder width apart, upper back is wide. Sit bones to the sky with the spine long. Maybe pedal out the feet. And when you're ready, look forward and slowly walk up, coming into a forward fold. Engage in the front spine, coming all the way up, Tadasana. Moving through a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, palms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, step back or jump if you're ready to Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Empty the lungs, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump up, halfway lift, forward fold, tall mounting, palms to chest. Again, inhale, lift, exhale, forward fold, halfway lift, step or jump back, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. A few breaths here. And empty the lungs, bend the knees, step or jump up, halfway lift, forward fold, Inhale, tall mountain, palms to chest. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump or step back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Empty the lungs, bend the knees, and step or jump forward, halfway lift, forward fold, all the way up, tall mountain, palms to chest. Moving on, inhale, palms lift, exhale, forward fold, halfway lift, step or jump back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, exhale, right foot steps up. Destination is high lunge. Inhale all the way up. Breathe in here, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, as we're working on the core, grounding all the way into the front foot, step up. Bring this knee up to the chest, arms stay lifted. We go back to high lunge, take a vinyasa. So we'll build on that. You can always skip the vinyasas and go straight to dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step up. High lunge, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rounding into that front foot, using the strength of the core. Coming up, knee to chest. And stepping back gracefully into high lunge. Take a vinyasa. Or meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot steps up. Come up, high lunge. Knee into chest. And the transition is into low lunge twist. So as this left leg is coming back, the left arm is coming down. See if they can land both at the same time. Come into this low lunge twist. Hand comes down. Step back plank, take a vinyasa. Knee in dog. Take a free breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot steps, high lunge. 1 breath here. Grounding into the front foot, knee comes into the chest, we're hovering. Then moving as the right leg goes back, the right hand comes down. Transition into this low lunge twist. Hand comes down, step back, chaturanga. Always skip and go straight to dog. And breathe. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot steps. High lunge. Knee into chest. Maybe extend into standing staff. Back to knee to chest. Low lunge twist. Hand comes down. Vinyasa. Exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left foot steps up, high lunge. Knee into chest. Standing staff. Knee bends. Transition to low lunge twist. Hand and foot maybe together. Hand comes down, vinyasa, or dog, or child. You can always pause the video if you're feeling this is a bit challenging. When you have your breath back, you can press play again. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot steps, high lunge. Knee into chest. Standing staff, maybe grabbing the outside of the foot. Standing twist. Can't remember what this is called. Utthita Pavrita Padangustasana, maybe. Back to staff. Back to knee bent. Low lunge twist. Hand comes down. Vinyasa. And breathe. Take a free breath here. Side B. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps. High lunge. Knee to chest. Standing staff. Maybe come into this Utthita Pavrita Padangustasana on the other side. It's quite a challenging balance. Back to the midline. Knee bends. Low lunge twist. Hand comes down. Take a vinyasa. Or take a child. Or take a dog. And breathe. And we'll meet back in this resting pose. Right leg lifts. Right foot steps. Whoops. High lunge. Knee comes into chest. Grab the foot for the twist. Release back to knee into chest. Standing staff. And sweeping this leg around and back for a warrior 3. Then sweeping back to the front. Knee into chest. Low lunge twist. Hand comes down. Vinyasa. Side B. Easy side. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps. High lunge. Knee into chest. Twisting balance. Back to standing staff. Sweeping this leg around to the back for modified warrior 3. Then sweeping back round to the front for a standing staff. Knee into chest. Hand comes down. Low lunge twist. Back to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Knees to the earth and come into a child's pose. Just reconnect with the breath. So it's quite an exhilarating and challenging twisting and balancing sequence. Juicing up our insides. Getting everything moving. any stagnation. Then come back up to a downward facing dog. And we'll make our way onto the earth. So maybe you look forward and jump through, or you can just get there any way you like. We'll come in to some seated poses. So pulling the flesh of the buttocks behind, lengthening out of the waist. Arms to the sky and tipping forward from this hip joint, come into a forward fold. Hands can come wherever feels comfortable, lengthening out of the spine and then descending over the legs. Letting go and breathing. Bringing the nervous system down now. Moving from that sympathetic tone, where that activity was, to our parasympathetic tone, the rest and digest system, where we heal, where we rest, and where all the good things happen to the body. And inhale, lift, and come back up. Bringing this left knee into the chest, allow it to fall open for Janu Sirsasana. Lengthening out of the waist, lifting left arm up to the sky, and as you exhale, reaching forward and maybe grabbing the outside of the right foot. Lengthening the spine and then descending. You can have this right hand anywhere you like. Observing where you're feeling tightness in the body, where you're feeling the stretch. Mentally send the breath there. Tell that part of the body it's okay to relax and release. And inhale, lift, coming back up. Bring this knee into the chest. Grab the outside of the left side of the foot with the right hand. Bring it up to bent. You can keep it here. If it feels okay, you can straighten the leg and open out into a twist. So we want to worry about the spine before we worry about extending the limbs. So if this is very difficult and you're sort of like this, just bend the knee and straighten the spine. And come back to center and release down. Bringing this other knee in, Janu on this side. Lengthening out of the waist, extending the right arm up to the sky, and then exhaling forward, grabbing the outside and descending. Noticing the tension. I'm really feeling it in my right hip today. Inhaling, coming up, bringing the right knee in, clasping the outside of the right foot with the left hand, maybe bringing the knee up and then twisting open. If it's within your body's range of motion, you may extend the leg straight, keeping that left leg active with the foot flexed. And then coming back to center, releasing down. We will rock on to the left cheek, come into a 90-90. Actually, I'll demonstrate. You can't really see it. Let me do it this way. We'll come into a 90-90 here. So everything's at 90 degrees angles, the ankle, the knee, the hip, and this one, blah, blah, blah. Just pad up the back of my foot here. Lengthening out of the waist, extending forward over this bent leg. So this might be where you are at. If you like, you can come for a twist and come this way. Breathing here, maybe closing the eyes. And coming back over this front leg, then coming back up, over to the other side, 90-90 on this side. Might feel a little different. My padding. Lengthen out of the waist, and then exhale, come forward. This might be where you remain. If it feels okay in the body, you can come around for a twist. I don't know if you can hear that bird. That is a toucan. The other day, there were probably at least 10 toucans in the tree. It was so noisy, but I love it. They're my favorite bird. They always have a lot to say. And bring the body back to the center line before you come up. And then we come up. Shake out the legs. And when you're ready, using the strength of the core, roll down onto the back. We'll just open up the front of the body. If you have a block, come up into supported bridge. So there's 3 heights of the block. Choose your height. Place it at the sacrum. Open the chest to the sky. Backs of the arms on the earth. And breathe, maybe closing the eyes. Allowing the block to support you. Feeling that opening in the hip flexors. In the abdomen. Feels so good. I can now hear a cow mooing. That's a new one. So many different sounds that come from the jungle. I don't believe there are any cows wandering loose in the jungle. It must belong to a neighbor. And when you're ready, slowly come out of bridge. Release the sit bones all the way down to the earth. Maybe windscreen wiping the knees, side to side. And then when it feels good for you, just slowly release the legs out and come into Shavasana, corpse pose, final resting pose. Allow every muscle to relax. Let go of any thoughts. Easier said than done. When you're on your mat and you can feel the support of the earth, you really don't need to think about anything else. You can allow yourself to completely surrender and let go. See if you can focus your hearing on the furthest away sound that you can hear. And then bring your awareness to the closest sound you can hear. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes, bringing awareness back into the body, bringing yourself back into the room. When you're ready, a full body stretch. Maybe feeling a newfound openness and lightness in the body after all that twisting and stretching and movement. Bringing the knees in one by one to the chest. Giving yourself a little squeeze. And rocking over onto your favorite side. And when you're ready, coming up into a comfortable seat. Eyes are closed. Palms are at the heart. Thumbs in the sternum. Thank yourself for coming to class today. I thank you as always for practicing with me. I truly appreciate everybody that tunes into my classes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the year, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that class. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you like more intermediate style yoga classes, let me know. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.